Daisy, initial reflections on the loss?
Disappointing. I mean, so much of the game sort of was in our favour in terms of how it looked, but we want to get away from being a team that, you know, is proud of honourable losses. But in saying that, it's sort of, you sit back and it's hard not to be with the way that they competed. You know, Fremantle's a really good contest and forward half team, and we were able to win that part of the game, aside from periods in that first half. But yeah, to their credit, early in the game, when we were a little bit off, they took their opportunities and sort of struggled to get it out of their front half in the first quarter because we were lacking that contest from our forwards. But as soon as they sort of got on board with that and competed a bit harder and were able to win that territory battle, I thought, you know, we couldn't be anything other than proud of their efforts. It was just, yeah, probably lacking that polish to be able to finish at times.
Capitalising inside 50, obviously Ella had a few chances that she'd normally take. What's your message to a young player like her who maybe the heat of the contest got to her?
Yeah, I don't know if it was that. I mean, I spoke to Ella at quarter time and I said, how good that you've given yourself 2 opportunities. You know, she's tagged every week and she still gets forward and able to clunk marks like that. Like, there's plenty of players in the comp that wouldn't create those opportunities she did. She works really hard on her goal kicking. So, you know, my message was, imagine, you know, working hard enough and being good enough to give yourself 2 shots at goals in a quarter, playing from the midfield while being tagged. So, you know, she battled all day. And because of the attention that they put into her, it meant that Bella Lewis could get a lot more of the footy, and she worked really hard as well.
A bit more on her performance today. She was class above.
She was unreal. Like, she tries her guts out every single week. She's an incredible athlete. Her balance between defending when we need to defend and playing the contest versus then looking for opportunities to attack. She, you know, her stats always sort of don't sum up her game as highly as we value it, but today she was able to get the ball, and yeah, she was probably the one that led from the front in terms of her effort and her contest work, and it gave us so many opportunities.
The pressure days in seeing red, right? How did you rate that aspect of the game and for your team particularly?
I thought we were a little bit off early. You know, Fremantle's goals were sort of just opportunistic, where we gave them a little bit too much room at stoppage and sort of didn't play through the whistle. So, like, again, a couple of advantage free kicks where we want to become a team that keeps competing until someone tells us to stop, and the whistle isn't that. So, yeah, aside from that, I thought we really lifted, and our first possession numbers, our contested possession numbers reflected a team that was competing really hard and was able to get big chunks of the game on our terms.
There were some, I guess, crucial missed opportunities through the middle stages and probably just before quarter time. What difference do you think that made in the game?
Well, we were sitting back going, the game, we're getting opportunities and the game looks the way that we want it to look. So the message was just keep following our process and yeah, hope that those shots start to drop. But it didn't happen, and it hurts your energy a little bit in terms of, you know, a bit of scoreboard pressure and that nourishment that what you're doing is working. But I thought they turned up, they competed hard, and right up until the last 2 minutes again, they were in the contest. So yeah, we'll keep working on our goal kicking. Obviously, it's a really important part of the game, and to Fremantle's credit, they took the opportunities that they got.
Daisy, is it frustrating that the scoreboard maybe doesn't tell the whole story today? You guys were in the game for large periods. It was just that clinicality inside 50.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, like, we came here to win, and you know, that's what we're in this competition to do. So when you don't get that outcome, there is a bit of frustration. But when we've won and when we've lost, we've tried to be really clear about, you know, the things that we're trying to learn and improve to make us a contender. And there'll be plenty of those things today, and there'll be a bit of feedback on things that we need to keep working on. So, you know, some of that was just our polish when we had the ball. I thought there were times where Fremantle gave us the opportunity to kind of draw up their defence and be a bit more creative when we went inside 50 that we missed, that we'll keep working on. And then, yeah, some of our set shot goal kicking. But there'll be plenty that we walk away from and go, against a really good territory team that is good in the contest and is traditionally been very good at keeping the ball in their front half, we're able to own that stat. So that's a big tick.
2 games to go is finals still the aim, even though it would have to go your way now?
Yeah, of course. I mean, not so much finals. We turn up now, we turn our attention to Geelong, and our aim is learn from the feedback we get today and yeah, test it out on Geelong, who are a really, really good side. Probably come here hungry, given they've probably been a bit frustrated with their season as well. But what an opportunity for our group to keep improving.
What did you make of your first derby at the helm?
Yeah, it was awesome. I think to see 6,000 people out here and a really good contest of footy would have been good if the scoreboard stayed a bit closer with our goal kicking, but I think great turnout, awesome atmosphere that we love and I feel privileged to be a part of, and hopefully we've raised a lot of money for Telethon.
And just lastly, injury-wise, Paige Smith.
Yeah, she had a corked quad. It was just so sore that she couldn't really get it going, so she had to finish off the game. But other than that, there were a few bits and pieces, a couple of HIAs that didn't eventuate, so everyone else should be fine.
And Courtney Rowley playing her first game back from an ACL, can you reflect on how significant that is for her?
Yeah, it was awesome. She's worked so hard, Court, and she's, kind of had to sit through an awkward period at the start of the year, wondering if she was going to get an opportunity this season, but she's been so diligent, she's such a competitor, and yeah, it was awesome to have her back out there, and I thought she started her season really with great promise.